Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 4 of wellness. So day 1, we talked about moving every day in varied ways. Day 2 was making a list of the things that you love doing and how long is it since you did it. Day 3 was the physiological sigh. And today is give yourself a hug. So do it now. So just wrap your hands around. I love tucking one arm underneath my armpit and the other one really holding my shoulder lightly. And just close your eyes. You can do it lying on the floor. You can do it standing or sitting. And just really soften into the contact. Let your face soften. Let it fall down towards your chest to have a sense of drop. Let your belly soften. And just feel the softness and the containment of the hug you're giving yourself. Nice. So use frequently, any moment, any day. Just give yourself a hug. So come stand on your mat. Come. So we're working again with opening and closing the hips. So come to a wall or grab your broom. Okay. So I'm using this is one of Yosa's Aikido sticks. He has them and they use them like for martial arts, but we won't be doing that. So I'm just holding on to it, but you can go to the wall if you wish. So we're going to be moving the right leg. So have your hand on the wall or hold on to your broom on the right. Okay. So start by just pulling your right knee up and you're actively closing the front of the right leg. So just feel that. So we're squeezing the right leg as close as we can towards ourselves. You're actively opening the left leg, but we're not focusing on the left leg. We're just aware that it is moving. And now lengthen your right leg back behind you and pause. Feel the opening. I'm going to point my toe. It feels very nice. The opening, active opening of the right leg. Nice. Active closing of the front of the hip. Feel the squeeze of your hip. And then feel the lengthening and the opening of the front of your hip. Nice. And then just swing up, back. So now we're not pausing in it. Oh, you're feeling, there it is. And there it is. And can you feel the whole range between? There's something between the close and the open. There's loads between it. How do we stay connected to our hip in the full range of what we're doing? Nice, other side. So left hand on the wall, left hand on the stick. Close the left hip really actively and pause there. Squeeze a little bit more. Feel, oh, I'm engaging. Nice. And now lengthen back. Feel the length. I'm pointing into my toe. That creates a little bit more length through the front of my thigh. Nice. Squeeze again. Up. Feel the action. And then back. And then begin to swing. Up. And I'm trying to keep my torso more or less still. There's, of course, a little bit of movement. You're all connected, but you're not traveling deeply with the torso. That's going to happen now. So right hand to the wall, right hand to your stick. Draw your right knee up and hold on to your right knee with your left hand and pull it a little bit more actively towards you. But I'm squeezing still with the right hip, okay? And then swing your right leg back and bring your left hand to your left thigh. Squeeze your knee up, pull it up, stretch it back, lean forward. So how do you feel the front of your right hip as you travel? What is your range of squeezing up, pulling in, lengthening back, opening? Nice. Squeezing up, pulling in, lengthening back and opening. Pause there, lengthening back. So I'm really leaning on the left thigh. My right hand is solid on whatever I'm holding. I have a sense of extension and opening through the belly. So I'm looking down at my left foot. I'm looking forward for me to the front of my mat. Nice. Come all the way back. Pause. Very nice. Cool. So left hand, left holding stability. Squeeze the left knee up. Hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Pull it in. Nice. And then swing it back. Bring your right hand to your right thigh as you swing back. Up. Pull it in. Back. Lean forward. Up. And I have a sense of my spine being really long and strong. My shoulders are wide. My chest is opening the whole time. I have a sense of my neck being in alignment with my spine. I really feel strong and equal as I rock forward, as I pull forward. Next time you draw your torso forward and lengthen your left leg back, pause. So I'm looking forward and out. So that's opening the front of my chest, widening my shoulders. Nice. Come all the way down. Get rid of your stick. Get rid of the wall. Nice. Hands to your hips and just roll. So can you feel the moments of closing and then opening? Close, close, open, open. Close, close, open, open. Change in the other direction. Close, close, open, open. Close, close, open, open. One more time. Close, close, open, open. Nice. So stand to the front of your mat. Pause. So as you listen to the front of your two of your hips, can you feel that there's a pattern there? So are you more closed, where the front of your hips are closed and your bum is sticking out and your back is arching? Are you more open, so your hips are tilted forward like a sling forward? Or is one more in, more out, more up, more down? What's the pattern in your pelvis and your hips right now as you stand? Does one leg feel bigger or smaller, stronger, more able? Just notice. Nice. So reach your arms wide, and as you reach wide, push down into your feet, squeeze your bum, draw your pelvis forward a little bit. As you reach up, look up. So you're opening the front of your hips. Nice. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. You're folding really deeply, rounding forward. Drop your head forward. Hands to your shins. Lengthen and look forward. My hips are still closed as I look forward. Hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. Pause. So now the left hip is closing, the right hip is opening. Can you squeeze the left hip a little bit more actively? And can you open the right hip a little bit more actively? So feel the difference. One is closing, one is opening. Nice. Bend your back knee a little bit. Bring left hand to your left knee, right hand to your left knee. Push down. Pause there if that feels strong enough. Or reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Always use the support that you need. Maybe your knee is on the floor. Maybe your hands are still on your thigh. Really settle into the closing deeply of the front hip and the opening of the back. Nice. Hands down to your thigh, folding forward. Hands to the floor. Step back into your plank. Knees to the floor. So rounding your back and arching your back. Rounding your back, arching your back. Rounding your back, tuck your chin under, squeeze your bum. Arching your back, lift your chest, widen the pelvis. Rounding. Arching. So come to a neutral spine. Squeeze the right knee forward towards your right elbow. And then stretch the right leg back and long. Elbow. Long. There's some movement in the spine, but not a huge amount. Nice. Both knees to the floor. We're going to do a coordination. So squeeze the right side of your rib cage. Squeeze the left side of your rib cage. So as you squeeze, it's like an accordion. It opens one side as you squeeze the other. It opens the other side. So we're squeezing the rib cage side to side. So now we're going to do a side bending, open, close it of the hip. So bring your right knee forward, but bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow or up towards your shoulder. And then swing your right leg back and around the corner towards the left. So you have this long line of the right side. Squeeze your right knee up. Open it long. So how do you side bend and lengthen the pelvis? So create more and more opening through the front of the right hip as you go around the corner. So maybe your foot stays high as it goes around the corner. Maybe it goes low. Which one is more connected for you? I really like it high, actually. It's very interesting. One more time. Super cool. Both knees to the floor. Push back into your downward dog. Now just create space. Come up into your toes. Drop down into your heels. Both knees to the floor. So you're going to glide your right knee forward between your two hands. And then you're going to sit your right bum down. So you're in a messy zigzag. So you have several options here. One is that you straighten your legs if you feel like your knees are challenging you. Mihal. Keep your legs straight and then just lean down towards the right thigh. So you're closing the right and opening the left. This is the adaptation for knees, okay? If you feel like your knees are kind of strong, bend your knees into into zigzag, and then rest your belly down, really closing deeply into the right thigh, and some length in the left, or come into your pigeon. So your back leg is opening and the front hip is closing. So it's your knee that will decide what is right for you in this pose. Any of the variations are awesome for the purpose of what we're looking for, okay? So don't feel like, oh, I won't get the benefit unless I go there. This is not true. You will get the benefit if you listen to your body, respect your wellness, stay where you are, really deeply moving your body. Yeah, just move your body. Listening to it, adapting, growing. Nice. Push back into a downward dog. And ease out into both legs. And then slowly walking forward. And when you walk all the way forward, pause there with your knees really bent and have your hands maybe a foot behind your feet. And then lean all your weight over towards the left and squeeze your right thigh really close towards your belly. And then stretch your right leg back behind you. Bend your knee in. I feel like I'm bending the left thigh a little bit more as I draw my knee in. And I straighten my standing leg as I stretch my leg back. See what you do. What is the pattern or the deepening of this movement for you? So as I squeeze my knee in, everything folds a bit tighter. As I lengthen, everything opens. In, lengthen. One more time. In, lengthen. Nice. Both feet to the floor. Walk your hands back and bring your elbows to your knees. Hands to your knees. Slowly rolling up, reach your arms wide, palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Nice. Okay, forward. So, standing, can you feel a difference between the right side and the left side? We've done stuff on the right a bit more. Nice. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Squeeze your bum as you reach up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, coming down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Nice. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back. Actively squeeze the right hip closed and actively open the left hip. stay here, or bend your back knee a little bit. Stay there, hands to your knee, pushing up, stay here, or reach your arms up towards the ceiling, stay here, or begin to lengthen your back leg. So finding your distance is always really amazing. It's like, oh, when I added in the straightening of the leg, I wobbled loads, so I'm going to keep the knee bent. Oh, when I brought my hands up, I really found it was too heavy into my pelvis, so I'm going to keep my hands down. So listen to your body. Allow a space where you can grow into. Nice, hands down, chest down, hands down, step back, knees down. Nice, cat pose, rounding, arching, rounding. For me, this is really satisfying for my spine. I'm like, wow, I feel creaky. I've been teaching a seminar this week, or assisting on a seminar. And so I'm not moving as much in my day as I usually do. Usually I'm out digging, treating, moving, climbing things. So yeah, so it's very nice to hear the groaning and really acknowledge that movement is so vital. Nice, come to neutral. Left knee, left elbow. Lengthen your leg back. So we're going straight first. Forward, back, forward, back. One more time. Forward, back. Now we're doing side. Bring your left knee. Oh, we'll do a coordination first because it's always really nice. Just squeeze your rib cage from side to side. So now my head is moving a little bit more perhaps, or you can even look back towards your right foot, back towards your left foot. So we're including our neck in the equation now. Nice. So left knee, left shoulder, left leg travels around the corner. And I'm wondering, how do I keep my left hip open as I travel? So for me, I'm going to have my foot a little bit higher than what we usually do in this pose. So I'm coordinating. So my ribs are closing one side and opening the other, but I'm including a closing hip and an opening hip. Closing, opening, really cool. Closing, opening, cool. Nice. Push back, downward dog. Walk yourself forward, all the way forward. Have around a foot between your hands and your feet. It's always really interesting that I have to use, have a foot between your hands and your feet, like that it's a foot that I have to use as a word. It's very confusing sometimes. It's like, whose foot is between my hands and my feet? So, bend your left knee, squeeze it in, and then lengthen your left leg long. Bend your knee, lengthen it long. Bend your knee, long, knee, long. Adjusting always. If you find this is too heavy on your knee, then find a way to do a version of this. How would you do this version? Bend your knee, lengthen long. Nice, foot to the floor. Slowly rolling up. Arms wide, squeeze your bum, reaching up. Nice, come all the way down. Cool, come rest on your knees. And we're just gonna do a little bit of elephant. So elephant is this really interesting movement. So you can, if you're comfortable sitting your bum down on your heels, then do, otherwise stay up. So elephant is this movement across. So if you're sitting down, you can do the movement, but as you do it, rise upwards, okay? Or if you're up, stay up. So sweep your right hand across the front of your face, and so that your upper arm, your bicep, is resting into the nook of your eye. And as you rise, you lean back as you do that. Leaning forward, and then back. And I have this feeling that it's really this beautiful feeling of opening, and then I round forward, opening, and I'm holding on. As I go to the left, I hold on with my left hand to the back of my left thigh. It feels like a really nice thing to do, to push my left thigh forward. Elephant to the left, elephant to the right. I really find that. Left. If you find your knees don't like this, you can do this in standing. You can do it in a chair. You can do it in sitting. You could be doing elephant. It's different, but it's the adapted version. It's your version. Find your version of this. 2 more times each side. Oh, elephant. Whatever version you're doing, standing, sitting. 1 more time. Super cool. Come lie on your back, all the way down. Arms are wide, shoulders are wide, and just sway your knees from side to side. So now we're down on the floor. Tomorrow is a Sunday yum. Sunday yum is where we stay on the floor. Oh, I didn't do pigeon on the other side. So those of you who love pigeon, I know who you are. Do the pigeon on the other side before you get up. Those of you who don't like pigeon, don't bother. It's okay. It's okay. You won't be wonky at all. Funny. I was like, I know there's something I'm missing. Just sway your knees from side to side. Nice. Stretch your legs long. Stretch your arms out so that you're a big starfish. Okay, so be a starfish. Breathing down into your belly. Have a sense of arms are open, hips are open. There's weight in your body. You're settling. Let your breath deepen. And just notice as you lie here, what's the difference between the front of the right hip and the front of the left hip? Is there a shape difference, a size difference, a volume difference? Is one shorter and tighter? Is one more open and expansive? Does one leg feel longer and bigger and the other leg feel shorter and smaller? And just feeling that, being aware that actually it's really normal. All of us have our internal mapping, the interoceptive schema of our body. It's really different moment to moment, day to day, year to year. So just wiggle your toes, wiggle your eyebrows, wiggle your fingers. So you're wiggling your extremities, the 5 limbs. So eyebrows, fingers, and toes. And then take a deep breath and stretch into everything. So like you've just woken up, you're stretching into your feet, your hands, your arms. And then rest. And know that you are well. So find a sense of wellness in your body right now. So when you connect into it, do you feel a sense of comfort? Maybe you're going to bring your arms to your sides. Maybe you bend your knees. And just pause and notice, where is your wellness today? Where is the warm, soft, steady, resilient, whatever it is, the sensation that you have of wellness? Just connect into it, feel it, know it. Present time awareness of wellness in this moment. So I'll see you tomorrow for a Sunday Yum, the first Sunday Yum of wellness. And so there's a pattern to the Sunday Yums and wellness. They'll be 5 minutes longer than usual because there's a 5-minute meditation at the end of the Sunday Yums during wellness. Okay. So, right. I'm looking forward to seeing you then. And yeah, be well, be nice, be good. Oh, not even be nice. Don't be nice. Be you. Great. Thanks a million. Bye.